Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Faculty of Architecture, Chiang Mai University, it is our greatest pleasure to welcome you all to ARC CMU Lecture Series 2020 on the topic New Contemporary Architectural Design and Practices in Asia. My name is Rosalinda Allen, and I'm very honored to be the MC for the opening session. This year's lecture series consists of 3 days lecture from 3 international professional architects who will share experiences in their profession to all participants. And today, it is our great honor to have Mr. Denny Setiawan from Indonesia to give lecture to everyone, and Assistant Professor Dr. Ratchapong Angkasit will be the moderator for the lecture session. Without further ado, may I invite Associate Professor Dr. Raviwan Oranratmani, the Dean of the Faculty of Architecture, to deliver a welcoming speech. Please welcome.
Oh, I'm very happy. This is the very first time that I give the welcoming speech through Zoom. Hello, everyone, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored to have this opportunity to welcome everyone to ARCH CMU Lecture Series 2020 on the topic of new contemporary architectural design and practices in Asia. This lecture series is our annual special lecture, which is one of our academic activities. Every year we invite architects from both in Thailand and from international countries to give lecture to our students. It is the floor that gives an opportunity to everyone to learn and experience our distinguished speaker in order to become professional architects in both theoretical use and practical use. This year's lecture series is quite different, since it is our first year organizing it online due to COVID-19 pandemic. However, I think it is a very good opportunity to level up and expand our communication channel as it is all online. This year lecture series consists of 3 lectures from 3 professional architects from Indonesia, and I'm very happy, from Malaysia and Japan as well. Today, it is our great honor to have Mr. Denny Setiawan from Studio Denny Setiawan and Indonesian Institute of Architects Indonesia, who will share his experiences and works on new contemporary architectural design and professional practices. I believe this lecture will improve everyone's working ability and creativity further in the future. Once again, welcome everyone again, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Dean of the Faculty of Architecture. And next, I would like to give the floor to Assistant Professor Dr. Ratchapong Angkasit, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Alumni, and Professional Relations, to be the moderator for the lecture session. Please welcome.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so as one of the organizing team, I was honored to be the MC for this event. And another thing is, it's quite a good chance to invite one of my best friend, Danny, to be the first one, to be the first speaker for this event, and then we follow by Agenta and then Mikako as well. We all of us meet during the Arc Asia event with a group of young architects. So the architect Danny was born in Jakarta 34 years ago. He's a registered architect in Jakarta who runs his own office named Studio Denny Setiawan. His project located in several regions of Indonesia. He also teach in Binus University in Jakarta. Then he spent some time for introduce the architect's profession to elementary students. Then he began his career by learning about the city context. He lived in Jakarta, his largest city with a population of more than 200 million continue to grow. This development will also continue to require a new architect. That's the contextual in its environmental. Danny, with his teammates, continue to make some research to produce a way of living in architecture that contextual to a very city in Indonesia. Now, his work is built in more than 5 cities in Indonesia. Danny is a former spokesperson of Indonesian Institute of Architects and sits in Asia Committee of Young Architects as a representative of Indonesia. Now he is a very general secretary of Indonesian Institute of Architects. His vision of Indonesian architect is to endorse a humble surrounding by architecture made by Indonesian young architects. So without further ado, I introduce my friend Danny for his talk with the topics of new contemporary architectural design and practice in Asia. Please, Danny.
Thank you, my good friend Ratapong Angkasit, aka Art. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all the academicians of Chiang Mai University with me today. Um, I'm so happy and honored to be with you. I cannot realize that we will meet in online. I talked to Art several years ago. I really love to, if you can bring me to the Chiang Mai University, which is, I know that my friend Ratapong Angkasit built something there. And I don't know, maybe it coming through years after the pandemic. But today, I'm very, very happy to see you all in the webinar. I know this is your first webinar, first talk architect series of your lecture series, and please helping me to enjoy this presentation by your activity. You can raise your hand or asking some question in the chat box, and I would really happy to answer all the questions. But first of all, I would like to share my script. Um,
Could you share, Danny?
I'm going to share.
Okay.
This. I would like to share with you some of my projects, but before coming to my projects, I would like to introduce myself. I am an architect in Jakarta. I have my small studio, consists of about 10 people, 6 to 10 people. And also as Dr. Natapong Angkasit, I am now a lecturer for Binus University, private university in Jakarta. Uh, if you coming to Jakarta, please come to my university or either to my studio or some of my works. I'm very happy to welcome you all in Jakarta. And this couple of years, I have a small TV's program called Design. I Design, which is some people asking for design advice, architectural design advice, and I would like to share all my knowledge to help them to make a better living in their life. And now I am a Vice General Secretary for Indonesian Institute of Architects, and also being a good friend of Art in Arcasia Committee for Young Architects. Uh, uh, please your friend, and I'm not a superstar or something. I just a young architect who believe that by doing architecture we can helping others. So this is where I am every week before the pandemic. This is in my campus. I teach architectural design with some of my beautiful students. Uh, them, if you doing architecture, architecture is a hard major. Sometimes we finding it's more hard to find time than find our friend. So here they are. Sometimes they happy, sometimes they sad. Like the girl in the left, very sad because of know why. This is what we do, right? And I took some of my students to my to read our drawings and uh, uh, relation in between our drawings and also the real model in the projects. The student haven't been here, even though they are architectural students. Sometimes I ask them why they choose architecture as the major. They said, yeah, my mom or my dad telling me to take this because this is architect is cool, and they don't know exactly that to be an architect we have to know these kind of things between the contractors and client, and I have to explain all the drawings in hot, and yeah, this is what we do every day. Kind of things, I don't know, students, maybe you can raise your hand or shout in the chat box if you did this. It showed it telling me that one day you can be an architect, you can be a good architect, because all the students, all the architects, good architects, before they become an architect, they did this in my studio. To be honest, to get the good form of architecture, we have to create this kind of things. And sometimes I still remember when I was studying in the first year of my architecture study, my mom coming to me, I think you become student, you become older, and you will doing something great, but you do something like a kindergarten kids. And she was surprised what I did before, and now she is very happy with the things that I've built and I've done today, especially like when I doing this kind of lecture. She and my father, of course, become very proud because of this kind of small things now become uh, to some international class. So I think so. This model I did when it's about 3 or 4 years ago. I did it in some um, oh, I bring some of my students to give an advice how can we make a festival in the area. So I bring along with them some idea, and unfortunately I didn't bring the image, but this that we have done in people in the slum area were very happy, and he told our presidencies, please do this. We will very happy with this. And that is the time that being an architect can be a hero to a particular society. So I was born in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, 34 years ago. And I'm very happy to be Indonesian because Indonesian is very huge. Some of you maybe only know Indonesia as Bali. Bali is only a small part of Indonesia. And I've been to Chiang Mai, I think 2 years ago, isn't it? 2 years ago. And I enjoy your city very much. I feel like I am in Bali because some details of your traditional architecture remind me of my beautiful city. But I do believe that some of you have been to Bali, and Bali is only the small part. Lucky enough, I have some chance to build in several cities in Indonesia. My the most far projects I had is in Manado. I flew to Manado is about 3 hour and 3.5 hours. This is the same time if I flew from Jakarta to Bangkok. Can you imagine? If I go to the most east of Indonesia, I took longer than I flew from Jakarta to Chiang Mai. So far, so we bring us some opportunity. Can you see my video? Maybe I have to. Can you see my video?
Okay, we can see.
I would like to make it. And this is the surrounding of a city in Sumba Island in the east of Bali. And can you see this beautiful beach? Traditional architecture, it still exists until now in Indonesia, in East Sumba. This video is taken by my good friend Pascal Krisno. He took to go to meet this kind of traditional architecture. We still have this. As I admire when art taking us to Lampun, to the kingdom of Lampun. The similarity in between Thailand and Indonesia is we still admire our traditional architecture, and so do we as architects in Indonesia. And this is the activity when I came to some elementary student. I asked them, "Do you know a profession named architects?" Architects. Architects. Is he a builder, or they don't know profession that is drawing only? It's a three kids don't know architect in Indonesia. The ancient people built that kind of very still exists in Indonesia. Houses that I shown you in the video, very beautiful and very sustainable. It's been decades. Houses. It's called Toraja. This architecture still exists. You know, the richer the people, the more the house is higher. Symbol of how rich they are. You know, genius loci or uh, related to architecture of maybe this is these houses it's from west of Sumatra. It's near of you. It's we talk about symbol. Korea 2 years ago, I think art is there too in South Korea for UI Congress. I visit this building. This is Dom Diamond Design Plaza, done by Zaha Architects. We all talk about symbol. I cannot say it's slum city, but in the city of Korea, in the Seoul city, make such an alien building, and they building, and we as tourists very surprised and enjoy the building very much. A symbol of well, Shockwell from Frank Gehry, yeah, Guggenheim Museum. We talk about symbol. This is my overseas, my last overseas journey. I went to Dhaka, to Bangladesh. I lucky enough with art visiting this very beautiful building. But the most amazing thing from this building is not the building itself, but the story behind this building. The story behind this building is very wonderful, shown that an architect named Louis Kahn. Louis Kahn become a hero, and he become a hero of Bangladesh because he built this building, because this building is a symbol of Bangladesh. Again, all architecture about symbol. From the first year of my architecture study, I learned about this building. Unité de habitation made by Le Corbusier. The book, the modular, or a house is the living machine, or that kind of jargon. It's a symbol. Again, the color also the symbol. I telling you this because we're talking about a frame, a word named contemporary. Contemporary can be can uh, what is happened today, contemporary. So this day I'm asking myself, what is important for us today? And I'm asking myself, and I haven't found the I haven't found the answer of this question. But today, I would like to share some of my friends' works. This is done in Indonesia. See the architecture, meet some Indonesian young architects. Before of it. These houses is about 1,000 meter square house. It context is in the left there is a slum area, and in the right, we have house bigger than this house, and the client asked me to then please make me a house that uh, uh, is not it's being right side, and he never touched the left side. But to be honest with you, as an architect, I have an empathy that in the left we have slum area. The condition is like this. Can you see in the right side there is a palace. I don't know how to call it, but it's look like a palace. A very big classical architecture and very beautiful for the user. But I feel that for me as a young architect who live in 2000 something, it's people it's very good, but for me it's kind of old fashioned, and I have to make something to be the marker of my era, because I still believe that architecture that we made is have to be the answer of our era. We have to make something for our own era, for our children, for ourselves. So you for your information, this is my I think this is my second or my third works that I've done as an architect, as career, as my own name. But I told you in the left, lucky enough, I have some plants that cover the slum area. In the left, living some families that are poor or not, but the house is very limited. Made by zinc loom. The roof is having metal roof and only 3 meter, the highest of the house, and very poor. Architects, you were asked in the right, or you have to do something. So I met the client. Sir, I know you love cars, so I want to make a way that your sport car can coming in. I need about 5 meters, and so your car can be coming into the middle of your house. I pursue my client. In the bottom of my heart, I'm doing that. I'm thinking that I have to save these people. I was imagining that if I make a very big, then I have to make a very high wall, and how is the intimidate. I want to do that, and I can pursue my client to spare about 5 meters, so that the 5 meter can be the the audiences, the shape itself. This kind of shape because of I think to make the left side smaller. I have to face the palace, so I make it higher than the left. A picture with swimming pool in the back, and the carway in now the sun bedroom. Some area is higher than then within the bedroom. I happily enjoy this house, and every time I came to this house, I was accepted by as a family of this house. And you know what? The biggest honor as an architect is when you came to a family, and I was lucky enough to be their family until now. Every project they have, they call me. It's, uh, yeah, you can ask to Dr. Ratapong Angkasit, I think, as he have some projects in Chiang Mai. He were very lucky to build a building in Chiang Mai, and that is what I felt as an architect in Jakarta. Living room. Uh, uh, in I make a carport for. Actually, this family has a Lamborghini, but when I took this photograph, he hid the Lamborghini, so I cannot take the photo of the Lamborghini. But I told the owner of this family, uh, brother, you can park your Lamborghini here, so you can watch or you can see the Lamborghini every time you want to see. And this is the kitchen, and I have lucky enough to build another house. Again, I talk about symbol. Family is quite rich, and so I lucky enough to make a mass building of architecture. So this is the, this is the uh, and the land is quite big. So I really don't want to make a big house. I pursue them to have a small compound in the middle of the plant. So all the rooms can breathe. In the downside, we can see greenery, and uh, when you were eating or having dinner, you can see the greenery. So this is the picture of the house. Uh, in the corner, and this is the other side of the building. So I lucky enough to play some building mass that I composed them into a building. The living room. Uh, make the living room not that tall because I want to make a cozy or a cozy ambience so people can relate it to each other. They're not living in the palace, but they can hug each other. So this is the family, and this is the small compound uh, in the middle of the house. I I told you that I was always accepted here. Uh, I sat here as close family of this family, and it really honor for me because of when you coming here, the owner himself, husband and wife, is coming to me and cooking me this food, and lucky enough to be accepted. Why? Because I made them a house that they are dreaming for. I talk about symbol. We talk about Dr. Rantapong Ankasit in
Danny,
personal in February. That is the last time we met, and he's still lucky enough to Architect Ahmad Juhara, the president of Indonesian Institute of Architects, which is officially died by COVID-19. And all the people is concerning about the COVID-19. Isn't talk about symbol anymore. People, how hygiene is our house, how house, because all people working from home. Work from home about 2.5 months, I think. 2.5 months, I work from home. I cannot go to my studio. I teach from laptop via Zoom like this. And I don't know the condition in Chiang Mai, but I think in Indonesia, it haven't been better. A day we have about 2,000 positive cases. So yeah, we never know whether our friend that is talking to us, they are positive or not. It's not getting better, but we are hoping. Still, we are hoping that the vaccine and the medicine will coming soon. But now people is talking about what if the coronavirus left? What if the coronavirus gone? And in Indonesian Institute of Architects, Jakarta chapter, we make a competition of shelter for the patient, for the victim of the COVID-19, or in the Arcasia Committee for Young Architects with Dr. Ratapong Ankasit as the jury member. We make challenge, design challenge, not only TikTok challenge, right? We as an architects, we have a responsibility to respond this condition with architecture. And some of I will send you the link after this if you want to see how good they are. But we have this challenge. Temporary house with some other young architects. This is before. So that today we should working from home. I cut some, you know, family room, dining room, and a guest room is different part. In the upper ground, we have bedroom, different part, and in the roof we have some, plant space for planting. I panel, solar energy, and also some. I challenge, maybe I can win, isn't it, Dr. Ratapong?
Danny, it's kind of like
I submit for the design challenge.
Danny, sometimes your speed is kind of like breaking. I don't know if it's gonna be on your side or my side, but maybe if you were slow down a little bit, should be better, I think.
Submit this plan as entry for the competition, the design challenge that Dr. coming through the door. There is a isolated working room in it connected directly to the park, to the garden near the room, and also I in the room the space number 8. Uh, Surface part of these houses located in the space, and you know what? We have to make boundaries in between rooms. We respond. We all. I believe that we all here is of an architect's now. If that after this, I will have a discussion with Art and our committee for young architects to make this kind of. The question is, what if, what all that is art there or no? There is no.
You hear me? Yeah, I think, yeah, I was there in the top left.
And all architects talking about the pandemic, and we have to do something. Our office to the virtual office, I make these sketches in my iPad. And I think I knew this software from Dr. Tana. Myself, whether my past design have responding something to in related to the remember in 2011 or 2012, I think, I forget, I make something in you finding big hill or hill, very small cabin, 3 by 4 meters, and we can self in enough to have a space, a big space, so we projects. This is as Denis Setiawan, as Studio Denis Setiawan. You know, at that time, I a bit upset because, oh my God, my project is very small. This kind of things. Then, you know, after about a decade, I look back at the time, maybe architecture, all the things that is, put in this the recycle, reuse, and this house is owned by the same client. Now, and now the solar panel is in now, and the and also in the plan, we photos is the styrofoam. So all the uh, the wall made by the styrofoam. Why styrofoam? Uh, I went to the I went to the fishery hut and I saw they put they gain from the. I asked why. He said, okay, this school box, the sun heat to be in. Were thinking that why not we make school box, the bricks of we then we have to be. You can see the this one also the picture of the styrofoam panel before they use it. The building is finished. It's about 4 exists, and the client is very happy to see this. Very comfort here. As you can see, the chocolate or the cream color of the right mesh is made from used bricks. It's not painted. Used bricks, we make it to be a powder and we paint. We spray to right side mesh. We don't use new paint, either Mobilex or Dulux or something. We use the lamp, as you can see in the middle. The lamp is also you have a horse cart, right, in Chiang Mai? Art, you have horse cart. Yeah, we
have in Lampang, another province next to Chiang Mai.
we bought the horse cart lamp to be the lamp for this house.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
And some wood that is used to be the door also use I call this house as a recycled material houses. As you can see, the new granite tiles is in the left side, so you can see it's still square. But the other granite tiles is used material. We the the rejected granite tile. So we cut one by one and to become a new pattern. And I was uh, coming to this house several times, and I feel like, oh God, how diligent I am that time. I make all the drawing. We make all the drawing, and after that we make feel the ambience of the house. The owner of this house, banker, Yeah, now we are in with him. Enough, I became his friend now. This house we made. This house is in the south of vision was curated by some seniors, and lucky enough, this house is the exhibit there. Program showing that again I use some recycled material. Start showing as it is in city in Java. They, you know, a house that is story to to make this
เดี๋ยว
house.
เดี๋ยวเดี๋ยวพี่เดี๋ยวพี่จะเบรกเขาไป
Now
ให้เขารีคอนเนคใหม่ได้ไหมอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเนาะDanny can I take a break a little Danny your internet is kind of seem to be like a little have like on and off of your audio voice so sometimes we couldn't hear you can you make sure everything is okay sorry to interrupt yeah I could not hear you now okay your voice is back it's kind of like on and off a lot of audience on my side is kind of comment that your voice is on and off
wait. I have to make sure that the internet is okay.
yes can you just make a recheck sorry to interrupt your talking
No problem. No problem.
a lot of friends send me the message that, oh is it on our side or on your side
But is now okay? I
now
close some.
now it's okay now it's okay but then
Okay.
but before that sometimes you were talking your voice is kind of went off for like 1 or 2 minutes and then your voice is kind of back again
Okay. Please let me know is it's getting worse again. Okay.
okay all
Just
right,
interrupt
sorry.
me anytime.
Okay please continue
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just interrupt me anytime.
okay should be good
I would like to continue with this house and is my voice is clear? Art, is my voice is clear? Still okay?
it's okay now
Okay.
yes better.
Yeah, I would like to share a story that make us very happy. Within the COVID-19 time, the working from home period, I do stalk the client's Instagram. I would you know I love to stalk some people's Instagram, and one of the thing that I stalk is how that my client did with my architecture that I've made, that we have made before. And you know, I found that they do a vacation, a camping in the middle of the park of this house. Before, when I designed this house, I never imagined that the inner park or the small compound in the middle of the house can be a camping ground. But you know, when the COVID coming, it become the attraction, or you know, it saves the family for the very boring situation. You know, architecture should be like that. Should be the answer of any situation that we face. This is only a small example of what the architecture answer the context or the contemporary situation. This is how the architecture made before, and this is the bookshelf, and this is the living room they living in. Again, it's not about how luxury the architecture is, but how the architecture answer the need of the family. This is how they enjoy the house. They do camping here. They playing football. They watching Korean movie here from the handphone. And this is a small thing that make architecture were very happy. Another project that I had is a boarding house for students. I think I took along with me Dr. Art Ankasit to this small boarding house several years ago, when he surprisingly coming to Jakarta, and I took him to go around Jakarta for a couple of hours, and I took him here. I forgot the picture of him when he sat in this boarding house, and as you see, the finishing of this house, the finishing material of this house is very limited, only cement plastered, and we can enjoy the situation by let the wind coming from the tunnel that we have in the middle. And after that project, I was lucky enough to make a bigger boarding house. Last boarding house consists of only about 15 rooms, and this second boarding house is about 200 something, two building. But this building that I shown to you is only about 19 something. This is the ordinary typical boarding house that is built in Jakarta. Very narrow, small gang. The room is facing each other, and you know, the air condition is very make the pathway very hot, and I refuse to do this kind of things. Then I made plans that is like this, and I would like to show you the video, a short video. This is the building that is currently built now. It's about 80% finished. It will be used in the new term of studying it near University of Indonesia, and Each building mass is separated by a void that is blowing the wind to coming in, and this is how it goes. I skip this, I think, and this is how it looks like now. Almost finished, 80% finished now, and this we still building it. And I think this is the last project that I will show to you is restaurant in the north of Celebes in the east of Indonesia. It's in Manado City. It's near the beach. Lucky enough to have a project here. The city is very beautiful, and you know, I asked 5 containers, 5 containers, 12 feet container, 20 feet container, and this is the plan, and this is how we design the first or the initial design of the cafe, and this is how it goes. Art, is my sound is still clear enough or still on and off?
Yes, Danny. Hello, Danny, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it still on and off?
Clear, smooth. Sure.
Okay. This is how it built. They changed the color scheme, but I still quite happy because the 5 container I put 2 container in front and 3 container in the backyard as a stairway. It used container, 20 feet container, and it become the center point, the focal point of this cafe. And this cafe I visit last year in the opening of this cafe, and some teenager coming not only eating, some self put it in, you know, a center of a small cafe, a center of attraction in this area. As an architect, I make something new in the area. It's what makes us happy. After that, I talked to some people that is visiting this cafe. They told me this area people want to come to a hype or to the newest cafe that is happening in this area. So they took some selfie. They ordered some cup of coffees, and they love this building. So yeah, that is what happened in this area. This is the interior. Unfortunately, I was coming when the cafe is closed, so I cannot took good photo of when people dancing here. Oh, still one last project before we have a question and answer session. I lucky enough to have a project in Borneo Island. This is a office of a political party, the winning political party in Indonesia. It's called PDIP. It's located in the center of Borneo. This is the area, the land area is about, I forgot, it's about 2,000 meter, 2,000 square meter. I bring along a local context. this is I would like to show you a short video. Then after that, we ended our lecture session today. Can you show the video, Art?
Yes, we can see the video.
Okay. You know, Borneo Island is island consists of so many rivers. So I took people coming through the rivers, and if you can see the roof, that is the typical roof or the typical traditional roof of the Central Borneo houses. So people coming inside along the ramp that is going to the multifunction room. So the leader of this political party said to me that he wants to attract youngster here against politics. Against the youngster think that politics is very sucks. It is it's not related to young people, youngster. So what we did is to make a design that bring along the youngster coming to the political party to be the participant, to be the new member of this political party. So I designed some pool like this. In the right side, we design an amphitheater so youngster can do or make a music session here. Children can run away or doing something. And these lovely projects, we are still waiting for the permit to be built. And this is how the cars going inside. And in the right side, there is some small shops that exhibit the result of the small the works of the youngster. This is the amphitheater. And I put the parking lot in behind, not in front, because for me in front is the best spot. See, this way is the driving way, and everywhere we drove, we can see the small pools in the middle of this building. So the identity color of the political party is the red. So I pursue the client as the red ribbon of the political party. So here it goes. This is my last project. And this is the view of the projects. I think to end this session, I think nowadays contemporary can be meaning of how we adapt or make a human adaptive with the situation that is happening today. So I wrote in the text or in the title of this lecture is follow context. We have to know the context. We have to know what we build and what things that have to be achieved in our architecture. So this is the time that if you want to be contemporary, think about what the people nearby you, what they need and what they have to do. And as an architect, we have to answer the needs with architecture. I think maybe my question, what can I do today, or what I have to do today, can be initial question for you all to ask some question to me. I'm sorry for the on and off internet connection, but I hope you get something by my presentation. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your question. Thank you, Dr.
Okay, thank you very much, Danny. It's such a interesting and good example as well for both students here and worldwide audience. Let me check the question. I think some of the audience already tell me the question, or if the audience in the Zoom room, you can ask directly to Danny as well. But please introduce yourself and then ask Danny. Okay. Okay, Danny, here's one question about the material. How is your criteria in selection for the material for each project? Because I think that's I think I can add that a little bit too. Because I think when we look at the image, the photo you took for your finished project, we can see how the relationship between outside space and inside space kind of like really connected, right? Because of the weather as well. So the question is how you select material into specific. Is it like because you choose because of your concept, because of your how you want to use it, or how you select your material? Okay.
Firstly, I would like to ask my client whether they can accept it, my color scheme or my material scheme, because my first selection of material will be whether it is there nearby, the shops nearby or the production nearby. As for example, the bricks, I would like to looking for the nearest brick factory nearby, so I can buy, because it will be cheaper, and it will be better because of the carbon footprint will be not too much. And the more they agree to expose all the material, the more happier I am. For example, why I use bricks as a paint powder for the previous houses, because I found in front of the house there is a new house is built, and I saw use bricks everywhere. I told my worker, go ahead, ask all the dust and bring to our project, and I start my experiment to use the spray as the paint of the house, and it works. Luckily, it works, because if it's not works, people will laugh at me, but it works. The brick powder is a good paint for that particular house. So that's, if you ask about the criteria, the first, if the client accepting the exposed material. If it's not, then I will pay for the comfort of them. But firstly, I would like to what is nearby and what is beautiful to be exposed. That's the two criteria that I have.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Another question is from me. I kind of like when I visited Indonesia for the ARC ID, right? And we will have a good chance to visit one of the restaurant, and also when we passing through the some of the houses over there, I think there's a connection, especially like in this region, how we, I mean, the resident of the house, or how we dwelling inside the house, that we kind of like connect ourselves to the nature. You know what I mean, right? Because
Mhm.
you can, I can see that a lot of your walls, right, which separated between inside space and outside space. It's not a real wall. It's a perforated wall, or you use the bricks, but you how you laid it, that the wind can still go through. I think I don't know if when you have a chance to like come here, like came here when you were here, did you have any connections? I kind of like I think it's kind of like in our like backbone of our tropical region, that we always like to connect with the nature. And I think
Yeah.
it's kind of like even obviously on even in Indonesia, in Malaysia, that this concept very like in our backbone of our thinking. What
Mhm.
what's your opinion about this?
You know what? Uh, when I going to Delil, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I looking for Brazilian architecture. I really love Marcio Kogan. You know why I love Marcio Kogan? Because I found that the typical climate of ours in a wet tropical country, and
Mm-hmm.
the climate situation in Brasilia,
Mm-hmm.
it's feels like the same.
Mm.
You know, we are about 13 degrees after or under the equator. Thailand, let's say Bangkok, it is about 13 degrees upper the
Mm-hmm.
equator. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is a bit
Higher.
cooler or a bit not
Yes.
a bit higher. But when I found Chiang Mai, I walking around Chiang Mai. I feel like I walking in Bali. I
Mm.
don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know the situation. Then after that, I we lucky enough to have some Vietnamese architects coming to Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
coming to Jakarta. Nguyen Huang Man or Sevlos. I don't know the assistant Yamada Takihito or something from Futrongnya coming went to Jakarta several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the pictures of their works. And you know what? What happened is I found some similarity of the climate. Because of the climate is the same, the design solution they offer to the owner is almost the same.
Mm-hmm.
Perforated, all the wind come and through the building, and they love to expose. I love the works from Nguyen Hai Long from Vietnam, the brick master. And in Indonesia, I have a friend of mine in the east of Java. He is Andi Rahman. I call him Andi. Andy used a very beautiful pattern of bricks, reminding of Nguyen Huai Long. Vietnam and east of Java. Why they are connected? Because of bricks. Because we have bricks. Because we have uh, same climate. We have facing same problem. We have to find some solution
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the bricks material. So I think that's why for me as Indonesian architects, and I really feeling lucky enough to have you, Ratapong, and also I saw Adrianta and Rida in the Facebook, and some South Asian city, uh, Southeast Asian countries, people is having chat, sharing experience like this. it is, it is a good session to share what we believe and what we did in our condition. That's why I put the title text of this lecture is Form Follow Context. So our context is like this. How about your context? And you can share that.
That's interesting. I think most of the audience, it's either from Indonesia or from Thailand. I think they're kind of like connected to how you were talking about context, because I think context is kind of the most important thing, one of the important factors, right, for architects to design, right? We need to understand the site, we need to understand the context as well. So I think it's quite a good example that
And
how like Indonesian architects really use a lot of like contextual factor to design. That's why it's become the architecture over there.
Art, regarding to context, I have three main concerns. First is the place.
Place.
The place is like what the people believe and what the local material is happening is there nearby. Second, time. So as I told students, as I told you that we are architect, we are the marker of our era. We did something, we do something to our era. So and the last thing is what to say, the ability of the worker, the craftsmanship. That is the three indicator that we have regarding to the context. So if we understand where we building and what time that what era that we built in these projects and the quality of the worker, we can do a good architecture. That's the thing I believe regarding the context.
Okay, all right. So let's look at the question. Okay, so that should be it. So I think we this is the beginning of our lecture series from usually Danny, when we have international guests, sometimes we kind of like break the talk and then we translate to the students. Okay, but
Okay,
this series is kind of different. We got a little grant so about the international to hold the international lecture. So we kind of like let the speaker speak until they finish, and then student needs to like learn a different culture and then different language by themselves. So
then you can be the interpreter of my.
yes. We can introduce your video later to a student as well, because we already we have a Facebook Live, so it's already recorded there. Okay, so in the behalf of my dean, I'm like to say thank you very much for Danny to be the first of the speaker for the series.
It's an honor for me. It's an honor for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So all right, I'd like to close the session. So the next guest will be on this. Hold on. Let me check. Okay. So the next guest will be on this on 26th, which is on 2 days. For the host will be speaker will be Adrienta Asis from Malaysia. So that will be another interesting session as well. So I think Adrienta is watching you now, Danny. So maybe next session you will cheering up for him as well and ask him some question. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
He's
So
my idol.
yes,
He's my idol.
He's my idol too. Okay, all right. So thank you very much, Danny.
Thank
Can
you.
you say goodbye to the audience?
How to say goodbye in Thai language?
ลาก่อนลาก่อน
Lakon. Lakon. Kapun kap.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much. So please stay tuned for the next session on 26th. Okay, bye. Bye all.
Why don't we take photograph art?
Okay, sure. I'll make a snap. เอิร์ธเปิดกล้อง Okay, we try to get the camera. All right, okay, never mind. All right, everyone smile. Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Danny. See you guys
Thank
all.
you.
Take care. Good
See you
night.
guys. Take care. Bye bye. Stay healthy.